Hi, I'm Jeffrey Reddick, and I'm here to announce that we're doing Final Destination 6. I'm just kidding. My final destination this weekend is Haddonfield, where we're actually here to cover the set visit for Halloween.
Vor 40 Jahren ermordete Michael Myers in der Halloween-Nacht 3 Menschen.
Seit dieser schrecklichen Nacht sitzt er wieder in der psychiatrischen Anstalt, in Gefangenschaft.
Who we find 40 years later is a woman who is suffering PTSD without being able to name it. She's lost marriages about it, she's lost a child over it, and she knows that Michael Myers is coming back.
You have never known what it's like to feel real terror. I've never wanted you to feel that. That is why I've tried to protect you and prepare you.
I just actually watched, obviously won't spoil anything, but I just watched a scene with you and your family, and what struck me is just it was funny and it was just very organic. It didn't, it didn't feel like overwritten, and you all seem to just have a very, great chemistry. And I just wondered from the writing, from David's point of view, it seems like he's got a background where he likes to really ground his work in reality.
Yes.
And I think in horror you don't find that. Sometimes you find things that are over-stylized or over-dramatic. And
yeah, but I'm hoping that is what sets this movie kind of apart from current horror and scary movies, is because I'm wondering, based on what we're doing, if it's going to feel like kind of more independent and then super scary because it could happen to you, because we're just like a regular family.
Yeah.
Having breakfast and going about our day, and she's just excited about her Halloween dance and the new boy she likes and stuff, I think that's, I don't know, I think that would, for me, be scarier than starting a story where it's just like, I don't know, we'll see, maybe that we'll start that way, I don't know, if things change in the editing room.
When I got the script, I loved it. It's got just the nicest level of subtle wit. It sets up really nicely, I believe, for all of the horror and it pays very, very beautiful homage to the original.
When I first heard that they were just basically ignoring all the other movies, at first I was kind of like, But then when I heard how you were doing it, do you want to explain that a little bit? Because you're not really just saying screw the other films. You're basically almost doing an alternate kind of reality version of the
I guess the closest comparison, and we'll start at the top, would be like, I guess we see it philosophically the same way that Nolan's Batman trilogy doesn't replace Tim Burton's. It's just different filmmakers taking an approach to the same material, to the same character, and so as we were kind of studying all the Halloween movies, and also just looking at the state of what, as fans, when an old property's been rebooted or reapproached, what do we like about what separates the good ones from the bad ones? And I think for us, we just came I think what would be cool is to continue the story and give fans something new, as opposed to retell the story that was already told so well before.
Der Bus hat einen Unfall.
Michael Myers ist entkommen. Er wird nach Haddonfield kommen. Nach Hause.
Ich beschütze meine Familie. Ihr habt keine Alarmanlage, Karen.
Mom, du brauchst Hilfe.
Das Böse ist real.
I think you have to just really go with the first one, because I think really what it was is that John Carpenter and Deborah Hill, you can't leave out Deborah Hill, because I think the woman's touch is what made these three women characters so real. She represented true innocence. And if you're going to make a movie about pure evil, what are you going to put opposite it? Pure innocence.
Laurie, put the gun down.
How was it? I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis is just an icon.
I know. I would have
she's
used
amazing.
that word if you didn't. Yes.
And again, you have a vast body of work too. So you're amazing.
I'm prolific, but I don't know if I'm an icon yet. But she is definitely.
But how was it to work with her and develop that daughter?
Oh, it's been so fun. She has more energy than every single person behind me put together. She knows the story and she knows this character so well that it's made it really fun for us to like ask her questions and sort of like what would what's she has an into this world already, after doing these for a while and having lived with this character for so long, that I think like it's been helpful and fun to like hear the old stories, and it like gets you really charged up, like listening to the band that you're gonna go see the concert to, you know what I mean? Like hearing all the stories from the original from the person who was there all day, every day, like you kind of can't beat it.
Do you know that I pray every night that he would escape?
What the hell did you do that for?
So I can kill him.
I think for me, after the second iteration of the script, I just put it down. So I just put it down, and I'm in a space, and from that point forward, trusting the direction of David Green and the cinematographer, Mike Simmons and Stewie and Paul and the stunt coordinator Ron Hutchins. I mean, these guys, when they pretty much create the sandbox in that particular moment for me, that's where I live. I don't think about it. I'm just in it.
Something I think you might like to see.
How important was it to have Jamie Lee involved with kind of developing Laurie and seeing where she is now as opposed to where she would have been in kind of the other?
I think it's everything. It's what the whole movie hinges on. I think it's like, if she wasn't involved with it, it really would be sort of a reinvention of it in a way that I don't know if fans would have like enjoyed, and to be able to continue her story and not just bring her back to sort of pass the baton like I feel like she's been used at other times. I feel like it continues her story, and and I hope people dig it.
Ist ein Mörder. Aber heute Nacht wird ermordet. Happy Halloween, Michael.